All right, here we go. So we're gonna go over all the problems. The first video will be number 1 through 11. The second video will be 12 through 22. Make sure you're following along with your notes because we made the notes to go along with this in the exact same order. So here we go. The first numbers 1 and 2 is having you practice distributing. So we see that we have to distribute this negative or subtraction sign into all of the numbers inside the parentheses. So distribution means that we are multiplying what's outside times everything inside. So that negative is actually -1. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the expression for you. So -1 times positive y will give you a -1y. -1 times -2 is +2. Finally, you want to collect or combine like terms. 4y's minus 1y will give you 3y's. 3 plus 2 will give you 5. Number 2, if we distribute the positive signs, it's not going to change what was given in the original expression. So we're just going to rewrite it without the parentheses and then combine like terms. So 3p plus 5p will give you 8p. -7 and -6, same signs, add and keep. So that will give us negative or -13. Number 3 and 4, we're factoring the coefficients so that we end up with what would be the opposite of distributing. So first we need to find the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor that 9 and 36 share would be 9. So I want to divide my entire expression by 9. And when I factor that out, that leaves me with x. -36 divided by 9 would be -4. So that gives me 9 times x minus 4. We come over here. The greatest common factor and coefficient is 1/5. So when I factor out 1/5, I'm left with k plus 15 divided by 1/5 is 75. For number 5, we need to write an expression representing the perimeter of the polygon. So polygon is just a shape, doesn't matter how many sides, and perimeter means that we need to add all of the sides together. So I'm going to write an expression adding each side one by one, and then I will simplify from there. So once I've added all of my sides together, now I'm going to combine like terms. So I have 3x plus 2x is 5x, plus 5x is 10x, plus 1x is 11x. So that one, and then 2 plus 10 is 12. So we should end up with 11x plus 12. Number 6, 7, and 8, we're now going to equations. So we now have an equal sign, so we're actually solving for the variables. So our answers will come out with x equals or y equals something, and then I can also check my answer. So I have -0.5x equals -4.3. The opposite of multiplication is division, so I'm going to divide both sides by -0.5. And that's going to leave me with x equals -8.6. And a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Number 7 is a two-step equation. We always start with addition or subtraction first. So I want to start by subtracting 1 from both sides. -7 minus 1 is going to give me a -8 and z over 2. Now the opposite of division is multiplication. Multiply both sides by 2. I'm left with z equals negative 16. Number 8, the first thing I want to do is combine like terms. So 2y's minus 3y's is going to leave me with negative 1y equals 5. I can't be left with a negative variable, so I need to divide both sides by negative 1 to get y equals negative 5. Number 9 is also a two-step equation, so we want to start with our addition or subtraction first. So negative 2.9 minus 4.3, we need to do keep, change, change. Same sign to add and keep the sign. So we have negative 7.2 equals 3f. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 3. A negative divided by a positive will give me a negative 2.4f. You can also check your answer for those if you plug them back in for the variable and make sure that the equation is true. So numbers 10 and 11, word problems. We need to write the equation and solve it. The temperature is negative 4 degrees Fahrenheit. A high pressure front increases the temperature to 8 degrees. By how many degrees did the temperature increase? So, I know that we started at negative 4 and it increased, so it added, and we don't know how much it added, and we ended up at 8 degrees. So I want to figure out what x is. How much did the temperature rise? So I want to add 4 to both sides, and x is going to leave me with 12. So the answer would be 12 degrees Fahrenheit is how much the temperature increased. And then number 11, the monthly dues for a premium membership at a health club is $15 more than the cost of a standard membership. The premium membership is $40 per month. What's the cost of a standard membership? So the fact that it says something is 40, that means that it's equal to 40. I don't know how much the standard membership is, but I know the standard membership plus 15 will give me $40. So subtract 15 from both sides to get x is equal to $25. So the standard membership is $25. Number 12 through 22 are going to be in the next video. So